Hey everyone. So, you've probably seen all the headlines flying around, right? A new chip over here, a huge lawsuit over there. It can feel kind of disconnected. But what if I told you they're all part of one single, massive global story? That's what we're talking about today, the great AI race. And that really gets to the heart of it. It's not just a race, it feels more like an arms race. So, the big question we're going to tackle is who's actually winning? The answer, you'll see, is way more complicated than you might think.
You see, this isn't just one fight. It's a war being fought on multiple fronts, all at the same time. We're talking about a scramble for the raw computing power to even build this stuff, a dogfight for control over the markets it's creating, and, maybe most importantly, a battle for the global influence that comes with being on top. All right, let's get into it.
First things first, every race needs an engine, right? Well, in the world of AI, that engine is pure, raw computing power. It really all starts with the hardware. And a huge piece of this puzzle is something called physical AI. Now, this isn't the AI that just lives in the cloud. We're talking about AI that can actually see, understand, and interact with the physical world, basically through the bodies of robots. And get this, Nvidia just dropped a new chip designed to put that whole field into hyperdrive. And when I say hyperdrive, I am not kidding. This new platform, Jetson Thor, gives a 7.5 times performance boost over the last one. That's not just a little update, That is a massive leap forward. It's an absolute game changer for robotics in factories, warehouses, you name it. And this isn't just some tech demo either. The big guns are already jumping on board. We're talking about Amazon Robotics, Meta, industrial giants like Caterpillar, and even cutting-edge startups like Figure. They're all moving to adopt this new power, which just shows you how ridiculously fast this space is moving. But here's where it gets really interesting. The competition for these chips, it goes way beyond corporate boardrooms. Now, entire countries are starting to stockpile this hardware because they see it as an absolutely critical strategic asset for the future. And if you want to see that national ambition in action, just look at this number. A new AI firm in Saudi Arabia just placed an initial order for 18,000 of Nvidia's brand new top-of-the-line Blackwell chips. That's a huge statement of intent. They are not messing around. Okay, so once you've got these incredible engines, what's next? Well, the fight moves to the racetrack itself. And that brings us to these intense, high-stakes battles for market power and control over the whole AI ecosystem. For companies, this fight really happens in two main places. Of course, there's the open market, competing for customers and cash. But more and more, the real action is happening in the courtroom, where they're fighting over what's fair and who gets access. And a perfect example just popped up. This new lawsuit from Elon Musk's company, xAI, against Apple and OpenAI. The claim? That Apple is using its total control of the App Store to give an unfair leg up to OpenAI's ChatGPT, which they say squashes the competition, in this case, their own chatbot, Grok. You see, this is way bigger than just two chatbots. It's a fundamental fight over who gets to write the rules for this new AI economy. But this battle for control isn't only fought with lawsuits. On the global stage, it's also fought by literally building the playing field itself, by creating massive strategic infrastructure that will be the foundation for everything that comes next. Which brings us right back to Saudi Arabia. Remember that huge order for 18,000 chips? Well, this is what they're for, the Humain project. They're building these enormous 100-megawatt data centers, not just with Nvidia chips, but also with a $10 billion partnership with AMD. And the craziest part? They want it all running by early 2026. That is nation-state ambition moving at startup speed. It's wild. So with all this incredible power being built and fought over, a really serious question comes up. How in the world do you keep it safe? Because this technology is a classic double-edged sword, and it's creating a major security dilemma. So on one side, AI can be an amazing shield. Take the UK's Ministry of Defence. After getting hit with data breaches, they're now using AI to automatically classify and lock down their most sensitive files. It's like having a digital guard built right into the data itself. But, and this is a big but, experts are waving a flag of caution here. As powerful as AI is, it's not perfect. As one security expert put it, AI isn't a silver bullet. You absolutely have to have that human oversight. It remains vital. Because here's the other edge of that sword. AI can also be the weapon.
And researchers just found a new attack that is seriously clever and, frankly, pretty scary. It's a threat that's literally hiding in plain sight. So check this out. Here's how it works. An attacker hides a malicious command, a secret prompt, inside an image file. Now, to you or me, the picture looks totally normal. But when you feed that image to an AI, the system sees the hidden prompt and is tricked into running the command. And that command could do anything: leak sensitive data, compromise the whole system. It's a really sneaky, stealthy kind of threat. So where does all this leave us? Well, the race is just getting faster. The engines are getting more and more powerful, the battles for control are getting more intense, and the security stakes, they're going up every single day. And that brings us to the final looming question that hangs over this entire story of power, profits, and peril. As this race just keeps accelerating, will our wisdom, our ability to actually manage these huge risks, be able to keep up with our ambition? Honestly, the answer to that question is going to define all of our futures. Thanks for watching.